Hey, welcome back. It's Monday. We were to start a case in Georgetown, but that got continued. It was an officer-involved shooting case, but it'll be put off for some future date. We were ready. It was at the motion of the defense, and the judge granted it. So we will go get re-ready again in a few months and start the whole process over. It's super frustrating, but that's part of it. We had up first for our November trial roster in Horry, this case versus William Jacob Tucker, 39 of Conway. He, along with the co-defendant, Leisha Ann Smith, were both set up. Now Leisha, she pled guilty back in September and got 20 years for hers. He rejected all guilty pleas, plea offers, and then when those were off the table, then he decided that he wanted to plead guilty before going to court. He was looking at actually life imprisonment. There's a few charges that carry up to life imprisonment. Obviously murder carries 30 to life, but criminal sexual conduct in the first degree, in other words, rape with a knife or a gun, that could carry up to life, or criminal sexual conduct with a minor if the child is young enough, that first degree, which is what he pled to in this case. He was looking at up to life imprisonment, but pleading ahead of time. It's interesting, William, the allegations are horrendous against both of them. That they molested these young children for quite a while. He got 33 years. He is 39 years old. So he will be in his 70s before he gets out. That was without any recommendation by the state. And that's what Judge Carricker gave him. It's a pretty good sentence. Obviously when you're looking at life, it could have been worse, but that will take him out of his 40s and his 50s and his 60s into his 70s before he is out, if he does get out. He actually got a sentence of 28 years on the CSC, and then he got an additional 5 years that runs consecutive to it for filming it or putting it, either videotaping it or taking photographs of it. So he got an additional 5 years. He'll serve the first 28 years, and then when he's through with that, he'll start in on the second sentence, which is 5 years. Leisha Smith, with the 20 years, she's 36 years old. That will put her somewhere around in her mid-50s when she finally gets out. But a good sentence. We never talk about this part of it, and we were prepared since all of the plea offers have been rejected. But a good part of it is that the children won't be victimized again. I get this all the time. I've already given my story to the police. I don't have to tell that story again. You don't usually get it from children. They don't know. They haven't watched enough TikTok or videos to form an opinion of the law. But that is a bad opinion. We still need witnesses. Without a witness, we can't go forward. There are times that we can. Obviously, every time there's a murder, that witness is gone. But the jury also expects that. They would be very surprised if I brought out somebody in a murder case. But when you are a live victim, the jury expects to hear from them, and we got to put those up, because everything else, I can't, said earlier today, I can't raise my hand, swear to tell the truth, and come in and tell things that I believe. The prosecutor can't take the stand. So you got to have witnesses for that. A great outcome by George Henry Martin and Lee Waller. They did an incredible job. They prepared this case for trial several times. It was also continued. But it was ready and set for November, and they held everybody's feet to the fire, and very good outcome.